Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Satisfactory, where I'm still trying to learn how to play this freaking game, and it's driving me up a damn wall. We are back in our frame factory, which is still running pretty good. I still haven't done anything with this yet. I still want to clean this up and everything. But as you can see, we are getting our fused frames, we are getting our heavy frames, and look, I even put a light in here. I actually figured out how to make a billboard and stick it to the ceiling. You just have to put like a painted beam and then attach it, and then you just have to nudge it and all that. But as you can see, we got pretty much almost a full container there. We got a nice almost full container there, and oh yeah, it's knocking it out. And fused frames, these ones are a little slower. So what I've been kind of doing is grabbing the two that are in the ends here, because I really want to get the dimensional depot uploaded. So then I'll just dump these in here, which will, because I don't think our dimensional depot is full. Oh, it is full. Okay. Awesome. I have a bunch of random shit in inventory again. I don't know how I keep ending up with all this randomness in my inventory. How did I get so much steel? Oh, crap on a stick. But yeah, I've been playing around with decorating and trying to figure out how things work, and you know, I mean, it's a slow process for me because I'm still learning this game, but you know, I think I'm kind of getting somewhere, right? I was playing with different doohickeys, these angled pieces. I think it looks better on this side, actually. But yeah, I've been trying to figure out how to get angled pieces to work right, and you know, I mean, it's a process, right? I mean, it's hard enough trying to figure this game out than to, you know, all of a sudden have that. Now, the other thing I did do off camera was get the train running for the aluminium. I need 75 per minute. I'm only getting 71 right now. I let this run for a few hours. Where is the train? Isn't that it right there? Why isn't it like telling me that that's the train? It should be Savannah 2. Yep. So the new train station that we built last episode, why is everybody just chilling at the train stations here? But yeah, I got this train going, and because it's such a, and when I head over to that area, I'll show you what I did. But I basically, this is my makeshift aluminum factory now. It's just making very simple stuff. I have a bus line going basically straight across to the train station, and I'm doing a little bit of load balancing in the train station, which is probably why I'm not getting the 75 per minute that I need. I probably shouldn't need to load balance it, because technically I'm load balancing it here. So I'm doing basic load balancing, so that way I get my magical 75 a minute that I need for the fused frames. Sorry. The weather's been really crazy here, and my allergies are just killing me. And like I said, I never had allergies till I moved here. It's so funny. But here comes the train. But I figure I can show you guys. Let's go for a quick ride to the new train station, and I'll show you what I did there. But the plan for today's episode is I need to get the Caterium. Sorry, I'm opening my drink here. And we need to get that electronics factory going. I mean, we have to. You know, I'm reaching a point now where, you know, I need to get these things done, or else it's just going to put me so far behind for the next phases, the next tiers. But yeah, let me show you my train route now. And yeah, I do have it going underneath. I was trying to think of something to put on here, but anyways. But yeah, let's follow the train. Oh, and another thing we're going to have to I'm going to have to work on too is we need to make more power. I am going to be using rocket fuel. I think it's rocket fuel. And we're going to make one hell of a rocket fuel plant. I've been using the Modelar to try to figure out exactly how to do it. It's going to be massive. So that's going to be fun. I think I'm going to make it in the blue crater because there's a lot of room there. I was thinking about the coast, but the problem with the Spire coast is the coal and the sulfur are not close. And plus, everybody's videos that you see that use the Spire coast, you can see how they're constantly having to bring in sulfur and coal from like the desert. And, you know, with the blue crater, everything's right there. So I think that's what we'll do. But yeah, this is the steepest part right here. Kind of, there was just no way around that steep part, but luckily it's just that tiny little bit. And the rest of it's pretty. It doesn't seem to struggle at all. Going up here, I even had my bigger train with like 4 cars. I had it come up here, it didn't struggle. So, like I said, I think if you keep it under the 2-meter lift, you're good. If you hit 4 and 8 meters, that's when you start running into issues. But here is our new train station over here, deep in the forest. And that's not as smooth as I wanted it to be. Can I get there before it? So you can see it. I mean, it's pulling a lot of material, but it's not getting enough. And I decided to go ahead and bring the what are these? The sheets over here. I probably shouldn't have put them on this side, but I did. I'll probably move them to that side. But yeah, this is my load balancing, which is basically the same load balancer that's on the other factory. So we're pulling our 75 a minute, and then I have a smart splitter bringing the excess back down. And then basically wrapping it back into the machine. And then I have another smart splitter that'll send any excess, because when this completely fills up, it'll just start sending excess to the smart sink, which this one is already pretty much doing because it's already full. But I haven't found where I want to send these yet. But basically all I'm going to have to do is probably jump this line over to this side, because there's no train station on that side. And I was starting to build a train station for something, and I don't remember what it was. But like I said, I just built a simple bus line, tromping through the forest here. Tried to make sure I stayed away from the nodes. I mean, I wanted to go straight, but then, like, you know, these nodes get in the way. I was trying not to chop every tree down, so obviously, like, I went around these trees. Now, something about this ravine or whatever right here is you do have the flying manta ray that comes through here, so that's why this is so high. This actually, he goes right up. Oh, here he comes. Look at that. But you'll see he comes right underneath. He goes under this, and then he goes right under this, I think. Yeah, look at that. He goes right under it. It's almost like he's trying to ignore it. And yes, you can pet the manta ray. But yeah, at first I had this a lot lower, but then I had it like right here, and then he was flying right through it, so I just bumped it up a couple of, and voila. Yeah, because I had it a lot lower. But as you can see, it just kind of snakes through the forest here. I tried to save as many trees and foliage. And yes, there's a lot of clipping through some of this, but I really don't care. Which brings us back to the aluminium factory. My only issue is I still got to figure out how to make this, what do you call it, better. I mean, once again, it's working for what it's doing, but it's definitely not going to be, this is not going to suffice probably when I start getting into the next few tiers. And I mean, I have tons of power. I still don't know why I have such a huge difference between these two. I don't know where this difference is at. Like I said, I know I have a couple of machines that aren't running that are fully overclocked in Summer Sleuth, and that's the only thing I can think of. Is it's counting those machines because they are plugged into the network. But that's just so weird. And as you can see here, we still have our buffer of the, what do you call it? The Biomass factory that I still haven't torn down. But I mean, this plant here is doing more than enough for me. Oh, you know what I haven't done in a long time? We haven't checked on the doggos. So over in this area, there is a crap load of doggos. Why is that just chilling in the air like that? I think I had something. That looks weird. Look at... I swear there was a... I wonder how that... But yeah, if you're wondering what like these are for the doggo paths, because when I was building that train station, there was like 3 or 4 more doggos over there. And plus that area, like if you go under this little rock ledge, there's like 3 or 4 more doggos over there that I still need to get. But yeah, look at, we have quite the... I should give you guys a covering. Everybody line up. Let's line up. Is that it? I think I'm missing one. What do you got? That's nice. What about you? Ooh, a slug. You always like when your doggos get you slugs. Doggo slugs are the best slugs. Nothing. Nothing. We need to have a talk here, buddy. Or did I click on the wrong one? Oh, I clicked on the wrong one. Okay. What are you doing? I don't need you in here with the doggos. Go. Just keep walking. Just keep walking. Just keep walking. I still gotta move all this. This is all the biomass, basically, from chopping down a lot of this forest and stuff. Look at all these damn beans everywhere. But yeah, I got tons of leaves, and I don't think I have any room in storage for any of this. Yeah. I gotta dump all this off at the biomass factory. Look at all that. But you know what I will do? You know, these two are both empty now, right? Yep. I can't even take all of it. Can I put any of this in the depot? So that way at least I can take this. And then we'll just have one. So yeah, let's go make a stop at the whatchamacallit, the biomass factory. Really? We'll head over there, and then, because we need to get the Caterium Factory up and running, and then let's try to get the electronics factory, at least the plan for it going. I might get a little bit of it started. Also, I really want to look into the rubber and plastic facility, because right now it's working, but I think we can make it better. Because I'm not using the recycled rubber or plastic alternate recipes, which are extremely powerful in this game. Because, like, basically, you know, you give, like, you put, like, 40 plastic, and you'll get, like, 80 rubber. I mean, it's huge. So, I need to figure that factory out. And plus, with the blender, I think I can actually make it better now. I mean, I know with the blender, like our turbo fuel plant, we can make even more efficient with the blender now. Because now we don't actually have to package the water or something like that. And of course, the other thing we need to do is I need to add another train station to the copper factory here, or the copper outpost. Because we're going to have this train bring in more of the copper to the Gold Coast Computer Island area where we're going to have our electronics. Since the plastic and the other computer stuff is already there, I'm not going to reinvent the wheel, and I'm just going to put our electronics factory over there. Come on. What's going on? Oh. I don't know what's going on. Okay, that was weird. I freaked out. Oh, and the other thing is, remember I was talking about putting another train station here? Well, I forgot there's a train station right there that I'm not even using. So we'll use that one for the Caterium that needs to come to the electronics factory. Instead of trying to reinvent the wheel again and put another train station there, I already have a train station. I don't know why I forget about this stuff. But yeah, we'll just use that train station, and I'll still have to figure out where I want to put this thing. Now, if I remember correctly, though, this is already pretty damn full. So let's just throw all that in there. And then we're gonna have to do I think that's where I had it. Yeah, that works. How much do you need? 60. So I did summer sleuth these. So this needs 60. So that's just a Mark 1. Which means all of this is extremely unproductive now. So I did put summer sleuths in this. I put summer sleuths in these. And I put a summer sleuth... Nope. Try again. I put a summer sleuth in here, so we're getting 120. Because the only thing that sucks, you cannot summer sleuth a packager. So instead, I'm summer sleuthing the entire production line, and then that's how I'm getting my, yeah, our biomass. I guess I could set up another, anyways. So that's in there, yep. So if we grab you, of course I gotta dismantle, great. Dump all you in there. Dump all you in there. And then I'll just grab another one of these. And then... Oh, I didn't grab all the leaves. Idiot. Where is that filling up from? Where... Where do I have a dimensional depot filling up leaves? Oh, that's me. I'm an idiot. Never mind. Don't, you know, just don't, yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about what I just said. That was all me. And once again, this needs 120, so that'll be a Mark II. And then dump the leaves in there. And then dump the wood in there. Do I have... There's more leaves. Wood. Grab all the wood. And throw the wood in there. I really gotta do something with this. This is, like, seriously bugging me here. I mean, it's not like I need more biomass. We're pretty freaking good, right? Let me just... We just put in a splitter. How many is this producing? 40 a minute. So this only needs to be at Mark 1. Need it to be That just needs to be a Mark 3. I thought I had... Oh, I'll just take another 100 out of here. Let all this stuff run again. I think this is still full of plastic. Yeah. That thing is completely full. Is that actually turning on? Oh, it is. Like I said, it's all summer sleep now, so now I'm getting double the output. So, that's good. Yeah. Gotta figure something out with that, though. But if we head over here... How's this monstrosity doing? Probably out of Quickwire again, right? QUIC. Get that up and running again. I mean, I think, yeah. So our dimensional depot's full, that's full. This all can't be full. I mean, this is a monstrosity that I don't know why I built it this way. I mean, it just builds so much damn concrete. I could put a sink on this, but It just makes so much damn concrete. And then there's our biomass plant. Good to see you. And then over here we have our Caterium debacle. This is where I'm hand making AI limiters, which we should have a full inventory in there. Yeah. But you know what I'll do, since we're here? See, I don't have copper sheets. That's funny. I must have did something wrong because I thought I did. Yeah, because like, see, this machine's hooked up and it's 200 megawatts all by itself, but it only runs when I do that. I swear I had copper sheets on a dimensional depot. Actually, it looks like we don't. And actually, that can be a Mark III now. Interesting. And the reason I say it can be a Mark III now, because if we go into the depot, you can see that I can do 240 a minute. And so, Mark III. Huh. That is crazy. I swear I had sheets on a dimensional depot. I mean, I obviously did at one time. But anyways, so what I'm getting at here is that if we go to the hubby, Mark 7, our Tier 7 is done, Tier 8, so like, I need to make these. We need to make supercomputers, and then I need to make turbos and cooling systems. I mean, there's a lot of little things that I need to make. I mean, we can make the heat sinks, the cooling systems, the fused modular frames, and I'm just not doing it, unfortunately. Now, I think cooling systems you can actually... Can they be hand... No, they can't. They have to be made in a blender. Now, I know there is an alternative cooling system. Oh, hello. What did I get? Huh. So, see, there is another cooling system which gets rid of rubber, adds motors, and gets rid of water. So that might be a good one, because it just adds nitrogen, motors, and heat sinks. I'm almost thinking of setting up a small little... No, that won't work. Never mind. Stop thinking like that. Oh. And I think this computer recipe is a lot better because, one, you don't have to use a manufacturer. But then I will have to have... I tell you, I'm just kind of... I'm at a spot right now where I'm just a little... And now I think this is the recipe I wanted to get. I think we're going to need this for the rocket fuel. Let's just go ahead and get that. I already know it is. I'm pretty sure that's the right one. There was another alternative. There was... oh my god. I might have already picked them and just forgot about it already. Which would be perfectly explainable the way things are going for me lately. The only reason you'd want to do that one is because look at the difference in production rates. Same with that one. This would be nice to do because it doubles the production rate and all you do is add... Well, I'd probably have to look into that more because it requires 20 of those. Batteries. Now, I think there's a recipe. Maybe I already have it. Scan another hard... Unable to scan hard drives. No rewards currently available. Unbelievable. Anybody know what I can do with mycelia now? I mean, I remember I needed it so much for, like... For so many things, and now it's like I don't need it for anything. I really want to... Now, see, I would love to unlock the Mark III miners, but I already know I can't because I think Mark III miners not only take fused and supercomputers, but I think they also take turbo motors, which we haven't even built yet. So, I mean, I'm lacking here. I am lacking here with my gibberish. So let's head over to the Caterium area here. Now, that doesn't make sense. These need 24 water. 24 times 10. That doesn't make sense. I mean, 24, 24. So I just need 2 water extractors? Why do I have so much... What was I doing here? I don't remember what I was doing here. Let's just, I know I disabled... Oh, okay, I'll just do it anyways, I don't care. This is just so I can fly around. That's the only reason I have those. Okay, so I need... I think we'll bring it in from this way. I think I'm just going to do a manifold. I don't see any reason to really just overthink this, right? They only need 24, right? 24. So I think what we're going to do is just put Mark 1 lifts. Just keep these above the water lines. And if we do 1, 2, so this will be the third one. So if we do the water tower trick, or the lookout tower, so we'll put that in the middle. Actually, I think I do need another row of foundations, don't I? That way the water is not... Just put some there just so that doesn't look stupid. 1, 2, 3. So we'll use the lookout tower technique. So if we just put a lookout tower right there, hit H. Actually, let's try that again. I like to have the... like that. I'll hit H. And then we can bump it out. 1, 2. I'll do 3. And then we'll just set it down. And then we can come up here. Oop, 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 oop. Grab our water extractor. And now it clicks to... It clicks to our watchtower, and we can put it right in the middle. And so if I just click that, it's now right in the middle of this. Which, I mean, yeah, I probably should have lined it up better with that, but I'm splitting it 5 ways, so not that big of a deal. So what I want to do is pull... First, I just want to get it out of there, because there's always a lip. No matter what you do, there's always a lip. And then I think we can just do... If we just do some pipe junctions. So if I do 1, 2, 3. Then we can just do, come on. Straight should work. 1, 2. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I mean, yeah, I probably should have lined that up better. Okay, so what we're going to do is take our watchtower, and I want to line it up with, so if you put the center of it, come on, right in the center right there, put it to the edge, hit H, and we'll just nudge it out, 1, 2, 3. You can do 2, but 3 seems to give a better intake pipe. And then we go to our water extractor. And once again, it snaps to it. We know it's in the middle. We'll just click that. And then once again, I like to just go ahead and bring it out to the first place, so that way it locks in. And then we will just do that. Voila! Isn't that beautiful? Of course, you know what I forgot to do. Much better. And we're Caterium over here, so you're gold. You're golden, pony boy. You are golden. Anybody know what movie that's from? Stay golden, pony boy. So if we grab a junction, we don't need it there, but we could put it 1, 2, 3. And then we should just go boom. Oh, come on. Boom. 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 So 1, 2, 3. So this is our doohickey. So we just get our watchtower, lookout tower, whatever this damn thing's called. Put it on the edge. Hit H. 1, 1, 1, 2, 3. Did I move it? Yeah, okay. And then I'll just take you. And then line up in the middle. And then I'll just grab... Come on. Like I said, I just like to bring it out to there. Because no matter what, you're always going to have a little bit of gibberish right going on here. But if you try to just bring it right to it, it always clips and looks funny and, you know. Yeah. So, we'll just do that. And how come... That's weird how... Whatever. Okay, so we have 5 of these at 24. So 24 times 5 is 120. And guess how much these put out? 120. Yay! Oh, son of a biscuit. So if we just bring... I'll just do what I usually do here and just bring these over here now. Where is it? It's right there. So we'll just stick that right there. And then we'll grab this one. And then I should be able to connect the two. Booyah, like that. Is this done running over here? Looks like it. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna do a manifold method here. Now I know I could put splitters and shit like on top of these. Every time I do it, I screw it up. And I think I need to sneeze. Oh my god, my nose. And plus, I like to see the stuff moving. You know, maybe I'm weird. I don't know. Where is my... I'm trying to think where I want this power to come in from. I don't even know where that's coming from. It's kind of... What is powering this? It's not coming from there. Oh, it's coming from there. That makes sense. Once again, all this is getting torn down. I'm just letting it finish its thing here. So if we just take you... And I'm just going to stick this here for now. I know it looks ridiculous, but, you know, bear with me. And then I'll get the water extractors going. Because once again, anything to do with fluids, get the water extractors going, makes your life a lot easier. Another thing we're going to do is on these, we're going to turn these on so all the buffers get filled up. I'm not going to do like a fancy method here. We're just going to do simple. And then 1, 2, 3. So then if I go over here, go 1, 2, come on, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then grab, where is it? There it is. Grab you to you, and then I have actually 4 over here, so I'm going to use a Mark III. And then we're going to go 1, 2, 3. I screwed that up. Let's see, we'll turn all these on. So then our internal buffers will fill up. So that way, when I jump start the machine, at least all the water now is filled up in the refineries, the pipes. And so when I start feeding the Caterium, because if you wait to turn these on, this will drain all of your pipes. These 5 will drain all the water in these pipes, and then you're constantly fighting with trying to fill it back up. So best thing to do is just do that, and then we will start planning our this part. So if I just do a splitter, so if I just do 1, 2, 3, that should be lined up, right? And this just needs 24 Caterium, so we can just do a Mark 1. Really? Really? Voila. So we're doing 240. Well, we already know these just need to be Mark 1s. That's no big deal. Let's not do too much math right now. Still early in the morning for me. So if we have 240 coming in, and then we're taking off 24, that means we'll still need that. Really? So we'll do a Mark Mark 3. So 240 minus 24 minus 24. So that's 192, which is still a Mark 3, right? Yes, it is. Minus 24 is 168, which is still a Mark 3. And then minus 24, which is 144, which is still a Mark 3. And then minus 24 is 120, which is now a Mark 2. Minus 24, which is 96, which is still a Mark 2. Minus 24 is 72, which is a Mark 2. Minus 24, which is 48, which is a Mark 1. And then a Mark 1. We did math. Yay. Oh, I still gotta... We didn't do this part. So we have 24 coming out of here. This needs 12 and 60's coming out. So we just need Mark 1s. And then why is this still chilling right here? Go away. And did I show you guys that? I put the train line going that way now. So that way I can have a train station. I think it's going to be like right here. I don't know. Okay, so we have 60 coming out of each of these. So if we just do a merge-er... That's 3, 6, and 9. Just take another merger. So that's 3. That's 90. Mark 2. And 369. 369. 369. We can just put that right there. So Mark 2, Mark 2. So that's 180. What's going on there? And this is 369, 120, and 180. Oh my God. 20 plus 180. Is it really 300? It's not 300. Oh, it should be like 600. 60 times 10. 60 times 10. So I did all the math wrong. So that's 6. Why was I doing 30s? So 6 times 3 is 180. So that needs to be, yeah, a Mark III. This needs to be a Mark III. 3, 6, or damn it, I'm doing it again. 6 times 3 is 180. 60 times 3 is 180 times 2 is 360. Oh my god, this is ridiculous. And so this side we have 60 times 4 is 240 plus 360 is 600. So this is 240, which is a Mark III. Let's just whatever. And that's 360, so that needs to be a Mark IV. So there's our 600. We need to dump it in a train station. But for now, we are going to dump it in... We're just going to dump it in some storages. So I think what I'll do, this seems ridiculous because I just merged it all together and then I'm gonna split it again. And then we're gonna take our industrial storage. Hold on. Let's actually put you here, and then what we'll do is change you to a smart splitter. So we have, wait a second, 600. 600's coming through here, 600's coming through here, and then we're going to divide into no. 600 divided by... Yeah. And then for the smart splitter, that'll be any. We'll make the right output overflow. We will dump a smart sinky. I still can't get over how big these damn things are. Stick you in the corner. And then I'll do a Mark V. And then we will do... You know, I don't think I have enough supplies. I do not. Which is going to be So if I try to do another one, I'm missing SAM fluctuators. Damn you. Can I even make any SAM fluctuators? I can make SAM fluctuators. I think it's 10, right? 10 per depot. Ooh, wow. My drink is strong today. And it's not alcohol. It's flavored water. It's just, it hits differently. It's that carbonated flavor water stuff you get from Wally World. We need to bling this out here. Bling, 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 bling. Is this necessary? No. Look at that. We are blinged. Okay, so now what we're gonna do, we'll go over here. So the water should be all backed up. All of these are completely full of their water, which is great. I think I'm just gonna put a let's just get rid of it. So we're only doing 240 for now, right? 240. So 240 needs to be a Mark III belt. Yes. And of course, it's just not long enough because you suck. Anyways. So now this should be, this should all start running. I can get rid of these little bastard power poles that are all over the damn place. So just to make sure I did my math correctly here. Look at that. We are flowing. And of course we are doing a manifold method, so it's going to take time to get both sides, to get all sides basically running, because everything has to back up starting here. So this needs to back up first. And once again, I could speed this up by just overfilling these first few to get everything to come down all the way. Because as you can see, the further down we go, it's just, yeah. Now these should all be empty, right? So we can get rid of you and you. And I can get rid of most of you. Now that's actually where... So you know what I actually want to do? Back on. So now we can get rid of all these machines. Nope, nope, nope. I don't want to do that yet. I will get rid of you, though, and get rid of you. How much Quickwire is left in here? Oh, dear God. So, what we're going to do here is... COPP. Kappa sheets. You know what I'm going to do? I don't know why I deleted those. Give me a storage. How many do you need? So it's 250 and 62.5, which is a Mark II. You should be a Mark III at least, right? 250. Isn't that a Mark III? Yeah. And then in here, where's our copper sheets? Boom. Let's get rid of you. So now this should be making my AI limiters, which once again, we are going to move these. I just want to get rid of all this quick wire that I have in my inventory. So we're just going to do that for now. Okay, so where are we at? So what I'm going to do, since you guys are behind anyways, I'm just going to go ahead and give you guys some Caterium, since I have a whole bunch of it in my inventory now. Get it all out of my inventory. Nice. And then I do have some rocks left, so let's get rid of the rocks. Oh, you can have that. See, technically I should do these ones. I should fill all these up first, and then it'll help move the line along, which that one's already full. That one's already full. I mean, it fills up really fast doing a manifold. I mean, load balancing is fun, but you can do a manifold. Just know that it takes time to get up and running. Okay, so we have that done. We are getting, once again, the numbers are going to be off for a while. 360. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So that one's completely full. This one is still on the struggle bus, and it looks like we have some struggle bus going on over here too. 3, 6. Why is that one not? So what we could do is just do a Mark III. And then I can change this to a Mark IV. And then that should help with the stuttering. Should. Not like it matters. Oh, I got rid of my... These things are just going to fill up so dang fast. Well, plus Quickwire stacks extremely high, so I'm basically making a stack of Quickwire. Because I think Quickwire stacks to 500. And so this is basically making like a stack a minute of Quickwire, which is ridiculous. And so now we need to figure out a train station, but I'm going to take a quick one. Let this run for a while, make sure there's no major issues, and then we will make a train station, and then start the electronics factory. So, hold on. Okay, everybody, welcome back. Took a break, let this run for a while, and as you can see, we are getting our 600, 240 from that one, 360 from that one, and as you can see, by changing the speed of the belts around, now I'm not getting all that stuttering that I was getting. I think there's still going to be a little stuttering, but usually the general rule of thumb is if you have like Mark IIs coming into it, if you have like a Mark III coming out, and then like this is like a Mark I, a Mark III, and then I have a Mark IV, so that way there's no stuttering there. Then of course these are both 4s, that's a 5, that's a 5, and then it's getting split down into smaller ones. So as long as your belt speed is usually higher than the next belt, usually you won't have stuttering issues like I was getting there for a while. But as you can see, all the factories are green and they are running, and that was weird how those didn't look like the right color, didn't they? And the other thing I did while I was off camera, while I was letting this run, is I went ahead and ran a line to our new train station. Now, I went ahead and just built this. I mean, it's a train station. You placed a bunch of foundations. You placed a couple of train stations. I don't think I needed to show that. The hardest part, again, was trying to get the intersection to work properly. I was trying to figure out where I wanted to put this. At first, I was thinking on this side, but this is eventually going to expand. You know, so I didn't want to use up this real estate, and plus I'm probably going to build it higher and stuff, but... So I put it over here, and it is clipping into these rocks here, but I think it looks kind of cool, so I left it. But yeah, this intersection gave me a bunch of troubles. I have no idea why. The only thing that seems to work sometimes is you just put the pass signal. So like, you see how these pass signals are right at the intersection? Well, I just put this pass signal back a little further, and it worked. So... And also I had the block symbol here, or block signal here. I put it there. Everything works. So everything's green, everything's red. That's supposed to be red. No flashing yellow triangles. Now, of course, once again, always put block signals in the beginning of your stations and at the end of your stations. That way no trains try to run into the back of them. And then I always try to put block signals coming. I mean, I know this is almost overkill to have one here, but when this train starts to come out, it'll stop this train, because if this isn't here, this train will keep going, and the two will fight over this intersection, and they might actually be at a standstill, or a stalemate, or whatever you want to call it, a standoff. And so then I have this block signal here, so this will allow this train to keep moving, and then of course I just have one more block signal. So now that we have Caterium filling up extremely fast there, we need to discuss the electronics factory. Now, I think I'll just take our new train and see how the train works. So we're going to want to set this to go to computer number 2. Right now, I'm not going to do anything. And then I'm going to want to come back to Caterium pickup. And then once again, I'm just going to go ahead and tell it not to pick anything up. We're going to save changes. We're going to turn on the self-driving. And let's see if my trains actually work correctly. It's always good to test out your trains. This is my first test with this train. So, let's see how we did. All aboard the train. Yes, every once in a while you get like a steam whistle. It's kind of funny. Dashing through the snow. I keep hoping the last one will be the... Oh, I thought you were going to go straight there for a second. I was like, no! But yeah, I totally forgot I have this train station sitting here that has absolutely nothing going on with it. So guess what? This is now going to be our train station. So we'll let it pull in. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the self-driving. We're going to exit the train. It should stop in the middle. Thank God. Okay, so the other thing we're probably going to need to do is set up another copper doohickey. Because here's the thing. We need to make, there's like a bunch of stuff. I think it's in assemblers. I think there's some stuff in the manufacturer. But we're making circuit boards. I need to make limiters. Now, I did get this alternative because that could save us on some copper. Now, I do have the crystal computer recipe too, but I would need to bring over oscillators because that would save us a couple of steps in the process here. The next thing we need to make is high-speed connectors, so I do have two recipes for this. They both require Quickwire, so this one requires cable. I mean, you know, do I just... And of course, we need to make the radio control units. I need to make supercomputers. Now, I know there's an alternative to supercomputers, but I don't have a way to make those. Well, I do, but, you know. Because I think in my... It's called, like, OC supercomputer or something like that. Yeah, this one. So let's just go ahead and select this just so I can have it in my stupid thing so I don't forget about it. Now, I don't think there's any other real recipes. That are going to help me out here. I mean, I could do Caterium circuit boards. So technically, the alternative with the silicone is a lot better. Huh. So far, I'm not seeing anything that's really going, yeah, you should get that. I don't think I need batteries for anything yet. I'm sure there's probably something I'll need it for, though. Yeah, but we have to make sulfuric acid. And I think the only way to make sulfuric acid, yeah, is But I mean, that triples that triples it. Granted, it does. I don't know. Caterium's always the one that's kind of like you're always going to be behind. Um, Once again, I think this is a better recipe than that one because you're getting rid of rubber and water. I mean, you make less, but I don't know. Let's see, this radio control unit involves that. That involves... So either way, I either need to make crystal oscillators over here. Oh my god. Isn't there... So this one takes away the oscillator, and I just need quartz. Interesting. Wasn't there another one? I thought there was another one. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to select these. Oh god, I forget it kicks you out of there. Where was the other one? So once again, this now just requires quartz. There is an alternate heatsink that's right there on the same one, which pisses me off. Let's just select it. The other one I was looking at was... Wasn't there another one? So now I think I can actually scan a hard drive again. Hey, look at that. So we can scan a hard drive again. Let's throw these back. Where'd they go? There they are. Okay, so now with those alternatives, but either way, I'm gonna need heat sinks. Where are the fucking heat sinks? So it looks like I need to bring the aluminium over here. But luckily we already have that set up, so that's not an issue. But basically, so we need to make AI limiters. So AI limitors. And how much does it make? This one makes 5. This one makes 8. Plastic and Quickwire. We need to make supercomputers. Supercomputers. And we need the high-speed connectors, which, yeah, high-speed connectors and radio control units. High-speed connectors and radio control units. Is there a way to make the text smaller? Okay. So yeah, so we need one, two. So there's 4 things we need to build a factory for. So I guess the main thing is I probably should go into the Modelar and look at various alternatives to... But it looks like I'm either going to have to bring quartz and aluminum. Does anybody know why these turn red? When you first start using a train, they're like always turning red. And they constantly turn red. It's so annoying. So I think the other, my next decision is quartz. Aluminium? I spelled that wrong, didn't I? Isn't there another I in there somewhere? And then Cooper? How about copper? So once again, we can... Look, it's already red again. Why is it red? So we can bring the copper in, though, from that. I can double that miner. We can bring more copper in. That's not a hard thing. We do have... I do have the aluminium sitting over there. You saw at that station. I have it sitting there. It can be brought into this station. I would have to get creative, though. Granted, I could dump it all into the first one and then use a smart splitter to split them. And then quartz. So I guess the main thing is we need to see what... Because heat sinks are copper sheets. Now see, I do have this pure quartz recipe, which is really awesome because it makes a ton of frickin' quartz. I do have the wet concrete. We do have the steam sheets, which makes a ton of sheets. Didn't I pick a different fuel recipe? Wasn't there another diluted fuel recipe? Didn't I pick it? Did I not pick it? I swear to God there was another fuel recipe and I picked it. Did I not pick it? Okay, I know there... Oh, you know why? Because you're an idiot. Because it goes in the blender. Yeah. This is like one of the best freaking recipes in the game. Look at that. For 50 heavy oil residue, a little bit of water, you get 100 fuel. As opposed to this one, which takes in 30 and you get 60. I mean, they're both like 1-to-1. But that's what we're going to be using for our rocket factory, though, is that. Now, cooling devices. I don't think there's any nitrogen over here. I don't think I can do cooling devices over here. Yeah, and I want to get into rocket fuel. I think I'm going to use this recipe. So we just need, so that way we don't have to turn it, because I think the original rocket fuel recipe, you have to turn it, yeah, you see, you have to turn it into turbo fuel. So you have to take fuel, turn it into turbo fuel, and then turn it into rocket fuel. With this one, you can just take fuel, which as you see, that's 100 per minute. How much did this make? 100 per minute? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Batteries. I'm sure I'll need batteries for something, right? But cooling systems, the main thing we gotta figure out is nitrogen. Now, at least nitrogen being a gas, that makes it easy. Because gases do not have head lift. So you don't have to worry about, you know, fluid issues. And plus, I can always find a nitrogen well and just set up a train station and a packager and bring the shit wherever I need it. Oh yeah, it's right there. I forgot about that. They're all pure. And that's not that far away from my trains, technically. I totally forgot about that. So maybe we build a nitrogen plant. Damn it. I lost where it was. I want to say it's somewhere. I think it's like right here. I don't have a nitrogen. Let's just highlight that. But I think that's... I'm getting sidetracked. So yeah, AI limiters, supercomputers, connectors. But like I said, do I want to bring over quartz? Aluminum's not going to be an issue. We can do that. I'd probably have to do another train. Because the Caterium train's just going to do its Caterium shenanigans. Now, I was thinking that, you know, there's a couple of Caterium nodes that are kind of around my tracks now. Maybe I set this up to pick up more Caterium and bring it to the factory. I think this is actually, like, isn't this like one of the good recipes? I don't know. I mean, this is a killer wire recipe. If you really want a lot of wire, this Caterium wire, I mean, look at 120 a minute. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. And I mean, wire's used in so much. I mean, look at all the stuff that I don't even have unlocked yet that wire's going to be used in. It just, oh. But yeah, that might be a... God, I keep hitting the wrong damn buttons. Is that 100 per minute? That is ridiculous. What does it take, though? Oh, petroleum coke and iron. So... I think we're going to go with the plastic... I think we'll do plastic AI limiters. So let's... Come on. So we're going to do the PLASTIC. Plastic. Supercomputers, I have two options. We have... This one's the simpler one because then we just need radio controls and cooling units, but then I have to make cooling units. Are the more difficult one, which is computers, limiters, high-speed connectors, and then plastic, which is really not that hard. I mean, that makes almost 2 a minute. How many does this make? 3. And then we need to make the radio control units, which isn't here. Didn't I get an alternative? So I'm going to need quartz, huh? granted, I can make these somewhere else. I tell you, this is... I think I need to get out... I need to get on the Modeler and figure this out, because I think some of this stuff needs to be built in other places. I don't know. The good thing is, though, is we did. Caterium is done. So let me get the Modeler out and start looking at that stuff, and then I will get back to you. Hold on one second. Hey everybody. So I made a small little, I thought it was gonna be a short video. I don't know how long it's actually gonna be. But I'm still trying to figure this out. And my problem is now I'm seriously like looking at everything, and I'm just trying to figure out what's needed for what. Like the limiters, it looks like I can pretty much make those wherever I want. That's just a little bit of plastic. Because if I use the other alternative supercomputer recipe, I don't need the limiters for the computers. So, I mean, I could just make those and set them aside for now. The biggest issue, though, is Caterium. I now need about 1,600 Caterium. Also, I'm not making enough circuit boards. I wasn't making enough computers. You know, my computer factory behind me is only making very little extra. I mean, it gets me by, but it's not 24. And so I'm looking into, you know, possibly doing that. This recipe, I think, is the better one for heat sinks, just for me. I mean, if we look at the heat sinks, that's made in the assembler. Oh, I thought I had an alternative. I thought I had an alternative. Also, does anybody realize that this doesn't work? I don't understand. Search doesn't work. And I just lost all my recipes. What happened? There we go. So this one involves the casing and rubber to make 10 a minute, where this involves aluminum and sheets. Which means I need to redo my rubber and plastic factory, because that's not producing enough. I mean, once again, these were all great starter factories for me to get rolling, but now I'm turning it into a nightmare. And then I think I'm going to go with... That's why I want to use this one, because then I don't have to make oscillators, which involves that step. This also involves computers, which involves all that. So this one just involves the high-speed connectors, which I haven't decided which one I want to use. I mean, this one makes... Okay, get out of there. So that makes 3.75. This makes 3. I mean, but it does get rid of the wire, or not the wire, the cable, which does make a difference. And plus, if I'm doing the silicone, if I'm doing this, we already need silica for this too, and copper sheets. Once again, I'm trying to, like, why am I not floating? There we go. I'm trying to make it so... But I have a feeling this can't be made over here, and I'm just... Like, this factory, it is what it is. It's just going to stay here. It's producing my backup. Great. It's not going to work for me, though, trying to build this electronics factory, because once again, we look at this, And and I'm also trying to see if I actually need. I mean, I know I'll need supercomputers for lots of things. The radio control units I know I need for little things. AI limiters, I don't think I've unlocked everything that they can be used in yet, so I think I'd rather just have that doing its thing in the background. High speed connectors. Let's look at high speed connectors. So, high speed connector. So, we're not going to use it in that. So, it's used in the alternative. So, it's used in rifles. And there's two other things I don't have unlocked yet, which is fine. So, I mean, I really don't need. I mean, I could maybe just have like one machine making extra, because my other issue. Where's the manufacturer? So, making these. Now, if I were to bump this up to 4, that would give me 16. I would need 8. And that would be just to make 4. And if I look at the modeler here, I think this needs 6. But it'll make 3 of those. And to make 6 of those, oh, I just need 2 machines. That's weird. I notice this happens when you really start goofing around with this too much. Sometimes it... Yeah, no, that was right. Okay. So you go there. You go there. So that'll put 6 in storage. That gives me 3 of those in storage. I'll have 16 AI limiters in storage. I don't think I'm worried about high-speed connectors yet. Now, what was I think I changed the high-speed connectors, though, right? I think I was going to do the silicone, because I can combine that with the silicone circuit boards. So let's delete this. So I need 24 of these, and we're going to do the silicone one. So I need 8 of those. Awesome. So that, and then we have silicone. So this is the silicone high-speed connector. Silicone high-speed connector. So 90. That makes 3, so I do need 8 of them. I could overclock them. And like I said, I don't think I need to make extras of those. We are going to have to figure out... I'm either going to have to bring in quartz. And I think we basically just eliminated this problem. So let's just delete these for now. Oh, you can't see my screen. Sorry. Oh, no, you can. Can you see my screen? So we're going to have to figure out the quartz situation. I'm going to have to figure out aluminium. Let's just put a storage container for now. And then I think we can do the steamed sheets. And then I'll just bring that into here too. So we need 180 and 52. Which means if I just bring you out here, let's just do the basic recipe for now, which is basically 10 of those. Awesome. Let's delete this. And how many does this make? 52. That only makes 22. I think we can use pure quartz. I mean, if we're already making pure copper sheets. Let's do storage container, storage container. And then I think this we can do the pure copper, which means I need more water. But that means I only need 93 ingots though. 16 frickin' refineries. That's why I'm thinking I make a copper steam sheets plant. Like my original plan, like 27 episodes ago, was to make a copper sheets factory. I think it's even still on my screen, isn't it? No, I think I finally deleted it. But yeah, I was planning on making a copper sheets factory because then I would just have to bring in. I don't know why I have an odd number. Oh, because of that. I mean, but really, the big machines are not that bad. It's just this side of things gets ugly real fast. So supercomputers and cooling systems. Let's look at cooling systems one more time. Oh, hold on. Let me get my. I gotta keep turning off my screen here. Uh, Cooling systems. Right now, it's only in supercomputers. So I'm not gonna save any of those, I guess. So yeah, we'll just make cooling systems go just for you, buddy. Which means I'll probably clock this to make it an even number. Because if I remember right, if we go to El Blender here, that makes 5. And so we need 6. So if I clock it 120%, or is it at 120? It's still 12? 12, 3, and 72. Yes, it is. And then I don't know what to do about this. I really don't want to have to. I mean, that's so few motors, you know? I mean, that's just such a. Uh, and of course, stators are a freaking nightmare. That makes 8. That makes 5. I don't know, people. I'm at a total loss here. This is turning into a flippin' nightmare. I just. It was fine when it was just doing these few things up here. You know, this stuff was easy. But then you start adding in the gibberish, and it gets ugly. I mean, if we really look at it, so definitely need quartz, definitely need Plastic. I don't know. I mean, I need almost 400 quartz. Somehow the plastic came way down because I'm using the silicone recipes. I mean, I might as well just make computers in here too while I'm at it. So what does computers? Let's look at computers. And there's one more thing. So it really. The problem with this is it doesn't actually tell you, like, what is needed. Because, like, I know for a fact that computers. Of course, I probably shouldn't talk, but I think computers are needed in pass signals. And see, they don't tell you that. Okay, I'm gonna have to do more research. Hey, everybody. So, I'm back at the hub. Um, I had a realization. Um, I can't just make these tiny little factories anymore. I mean, if you watch what I was doing, I think we've reached the point now where these tiny little starter factories that are making small things and like all these factories I've been making are great, but as you can see, it's not going to like it's just not going to work in the long term, right? I mean, we all know that, you know that. You're probably watching this going, yeah, you're so it's I think it's time to start doing mega factories. Um my thought, either here or in the Dune Desert. Dune Desert has tons of open space. There's also tons of water. This is all tons of water here. But I'm going to have to think about that one. But I think it's time to build some mega factories. I can't keep doing these tiny little factories thinking that this is going to get me through because it's not. It's really not. And the next thing I'm going to work on, just because I don't want to just quit, like, not playing, is I'm going to work on this. So this here is my rocket fuel. I think it's rocket fuel. Yeah. So this is my rocket fuel that I'm going to create. Um, this is our next power plant. Now, these numbers might look a little weird to you, and that's fine because it's like one blender, two blenders can power 32 overclocked power generators. Yes. And that makes 18,000 power. I don't plan on making one of these. I plan on making multiple ones of these. These will be like, I mean, it takes almost no oil. Why why does it say 250%? That's weird. Um Oh, that's a refinery. Sorry. So one refinery, one blender, two blenders, one refinery and two blenders can make 18,000 power. How come I can't highlight it? There it is. And it only takes 75 oil to do that. So, I mean, even a normal node to 300, that's what, four of these? So, four times that is what, 90? No, 72? 72,000? And if I add another one, that's 90,000. So, I mean, granted, 32 generators, that's a lot of generators. But I mean, that's crazy though, how one and one make that. And it really doesn't require, I mean, 100 coal, 200 sulfur, 150 nitrogen. That's not a lot. I mean, 200 water, that's one water extractor. So, the next episodes, we're going to be building this. Or I might just make it one super episode, maybe a few parters or something, make this entire factory. But then after that, we are definitely going to have to move on to super factories. Um, the process I'm doing right now is not going to work. We all know it. I know it. You probably already know it. You probably already been. You're like, oh man, he's at that point. But before I end this episode, there's one more thing I wanted to do, and that was um, during one of my breaks, or one of my things off camera, is I made a whole crap load of these. I made a whole bunch of DNA capsules. I cleaned out this chest, and there was a lot of animals that I was getting in trouble with, so I wanted to show you guys. So let's see where we're at right now. So we're at 191 coupons. And oh, of course. So we'll let those coupons go. Did I put some away on accident? I thought I had more than that. But yeah, we'll go ahead and dump all these into the bin. Actually, we can upgrade our belt now to a Mark 5, which means 76,000 points a minute. That should go up even higher now with the Mark 5 belt on there. Come on, let's see it go up higher. So yeah, I thought I would end this episode on at least a happy note. Wow, it's already... So, but yeah, I think it's time for mega factories, and one of the things I've been thinking of is, you know, I already have a lot of the train lines set up, which is great. I'm just gonna start picking resources and maybe making like, you know, a resource hub here and a resource hub here and a resource hub here. You know, I'm just gonna start making hubs of all these unused nodes and just bringing everything to one central station, and then we just start building mega factories. Now, I mean, I like this area, but there's a lot of room up here, and we can exploit a lot of this. And there's a lot of resources out here, too. Most people don't know that the Dune Desert is... There's a lot of resources out there. Oh, wow, that's already done. So we were 191, now we're 217. We were doing 680,000 points a minute. Wow. And I don't think there's anything more I can buy in the shop. I think I've bought everything. Maybe I'll buy another statue? But yeah, I think I've pretty much cleaned out the shop. I think I did that last episode where I pretty much bought every possible thing. I don't think there's anything more in here. The only thing, I think there might be a couple of more things that are added. I really got to get that stuff going. But yeah, I literally just sat here for like 30 minutes staring at that modeler like, oh my god, you're just... This is not good. Now, don't I already have the adequate... I just didn't know where to... Because it's... Look how small it is in my hand. But then if I, like, set it down... I wish you couldn't buy... It would tell you which one you... So, let's just buy the silver dog and this one. Let's end on a good note.
Congratulations on purchasing this statue. It is a truly spectacular and one-off event. If you believe you have heard this message before, please examine yourself for signs of temporal anomalies.
So how did I get it to... So if you put it sideways... So yeah, there we go. I feel like I accomplished something. We got statues. So yeah, that's the plan though. Next episode we will be working on turbo fuel. Electronics is going to be, or rocket fuel I should say. Electronics is put on the back burner. So we're going to get the electronics factory, oh, I can't even talk. The rocket fuel factory, power plant, whatever the hell it is. And my train's red again over there. Oh my god, I can't stand this stuff with these damn red trains. But yeah, and we're gonna move the hub. I mean, but yeah, yeah, it's mega factory time. Obviously, there's just no way I can continue doing this with these small factories and then just trying to train, 20, 30 items back and forth between factories. That makes no sense. So yeah, it's mega factory time. And I'm sure you guys were probably like, yeah, you're gonna get there one of these days. Because I think that's just part of the natural progression of this game, is eventually you need to have mega factories. And that's where I'm at. So that's all I got for you today. Let me know in the comments if you think that's the good path or the wrong path or whatever. I'd love to hear what you guys think. Other than that, do all the likes, subscribes, you know what to do. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.